Hey bookish besties, and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited to start off with all of the books that I read in 2022. I'm going to be telling you whether or not I would hit or miss them if I were to read them again. I'm so excited to go over all the titles that I read in 2022 because it's been a hot minute since I've even looked at them. First, we're all new here. I'm Leesh, and I started an Instagram in October of 2022, and I've just been so blessed with so many bookish besties, and they've really motivated me to be here today. So let's just jump straight into it. I'm accessing all of the titles that I read in 2022 with my Goodreads account. I will link it in the description below if you're interested in checking out these books for yourself. If you want to add it to your TBR, click Want to Read. All right, so I started off 2022 with Colleen Hoover. November 9. Miss. Definitely would miss that. Let's not go into too much detail about that. When I read it, it was a hit. Looking back now, definitely a miss. Next up, we had Birth Space. I can't quite see who this one was written by, but I was actually pregnant in 2022 and I was due to give birth to my first child in April. So obviously I was reading a lot of birth related books. And to be honest, if you are looking at getting pregnant or becoming a mum for the first time, Birth Space hit for me. So I would definitely say hit again if you're looking for that category of book. Third up, we have Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Definitely a hit. I wish you could all read this book without having any context about what it was, but now that it's so hyped, we all know that it is a fiction. When I read it, I had to check Google to make sure that it was, because I was thinking it was nonfiction. Definitely recommend this book to everybody. Next up, we had Normal People, a book that is hyped up so much on BookTok, and it was a hard miss for me. I believe there's two categories of readers, and those are the ones that like Sally Rooney and those are the ones that don't. I fall into the don't category. Next up, I had my first ever Sally Hepworth novel, The Secret of Midwives. I loved it. Obviously being pregnant at the time, I would hit this again. Definitely love her writing, obsessed with her as an author, hit. Next book, Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. Controversial. I would definitely read it again. Hit or miss. Leaning more towards the hit. Maybe miss. Family drama, miscommunication. I said I wouldn't get into it, but I don't know. Hit or miss. Next up, The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. Miss. Very boring. Don't remember it. I do remember it, but I don't remember it. Then we had Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, and this has to be my number one recommended Colleen Hoover book. Definitely hit it. Also, the first book to ever make me cry. Didn't help that I was pregnant with a daughter at the time. No spoilers. I thought this would be fast, but clearly not. Glad I'm doing rapid fire. Then I started the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, and first book, didn't disappoint. First few chapters, miss. Then we get the hits. Highly recommend the series to anyone who is interested in fantasy. Then I went straight on to Crown of Midnight. More of a hit than the first for me, but not the best in the series. You obviously have to hit all the books if you hit one, so hit. Then I finished the Positive Birth book, also in the realm of birthing and pregnancy. Definite must read for anyone who has no idea about the medical system and what their rights are as a mother birthing for the first time. So it's definitely a hit for me. Then I read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and I was moved emotionally. I think everybody who has read Colleen Hoover has read It Ends With Us. So that's a hit for me. Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Definitely hit, because if you read her books, you have to read Malibu Rising. I've read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. That was the book that got me into fiction. So obviously I needed to read the other books in the series. It's not my favorite, but it's still a hit. After that, it was Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine. I definitely found this one difficult to read. If you're a fast reader, I would say miss, because you have to really think about what it is that you're writing, that you're listening to, that you're reading. So yeah, for me, it was a hit. but miss if you want a quick read. Then I read All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. For me, it was a miss, but after reflection, probably more of a hit now. Some of the triggers in this book didn't hit for me. Miscommunication is not a thing I enjoy reading, and it definitely tackled some tough topics, so I felt like it was a miss, but now it's more of a hit. Then I read The Silent Patient. Everybody on Bookstagram and their dog has read The Silent Patient. It's a thriller. Hit. Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Hit. Sally Hepworth, The Good Sister. Hit. Hairfire, Sarah J Maas, Throne of Glass series. Hit, hit, hit. Probably by far my favorite. Before the Coffee Gets Cold, fast read, quick read, cute, cozy, comfy read. Hit. Verity, Colleen Hoover. Hit. Team Letter. Controversial. Before We Meet on Vacation, Emily Henry. Miss. But I like Emily Henry's writing. I just find it a boring one of Emily Henry. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Hit. Book 1. Hit. The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Hit, hit, hit. Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Hit. The Hawthorne Legacy, Book 2 in the Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I think hit. If you read a series and you start it and you like it, you should continue it. Hit. The Nowhere Child by Christian White. He is my absolute favourite Australian author for thriller, and I love all of his books. Hit, hit, hit. The Atlas 6, miss. Hard miss. Queen of Shadows, hit. Heartbones was a miss for me. I know so many people loved it, but it was a miss for me. Still a miss for me. Punk 57, Penelope Douglas. First Penelope Douglas. First bully romance. I still am haunted by, and not in a bad way, but haunted by the spice scenes. A lot of people would say miss this book, but I don't know. Hit and miss. Colleen Hoover, Hopeless, the most underrated Colleen Hoover book there is out there. Massive hit for me. The Night of Many Endings by Melissa Payne. Miss. Layla, Colleen Hoover. Hit. Better Than the Movies, Lynn Painter. Hit. Every Last Secret by A.R. Tour. Hit. Kind of miss though. All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. First slow burn book I've ever read. Very hard to read, but it was a hit. Too Late, Colleen Hoover. Hit. Confidence of Wildflowers by Michaela Smeltzer. Hit. One of my favorite books of last year. I loved it. Shortly followed by The Resurrection of Wildflowers, and can I just say that is a massive miss for me. I mean, you have to complete it, so you have to read it, but if you're like for a duet particularly to hit for you, the two books don't hit, but the first book hits. But you kind of need to read the second. Next up, we have The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. That is a hit. Losing Hope, massive miss by Colleen Hoover. Why would I read the same book twice? I don't know, but you made me. Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. That's a hit. Evidence of the Affair, Taylor Jenkins Reid. Short novel, hit. Funny Feelings by Tara Jewett. My first Tara Jewett is a massive hit. Loved her. Severance by Ling Ma. Miss. Brought to Light, Ali Lewis. Hit. The YouTube Formula. Hit. Non-fiction though. I'm here now. Let's see how it works. Hit if it works. Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter. Hit. Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. Miss. The Goddess Effect by Sheila Yasmin Marika. Hit or miss? I don't know. Let's say miss. If it's not a strong hit, it's a miss. The Resort, Sue Watson. Miss. Juniper Hill, Daphne Perry. Hit. Without Merit, Colleen Hoover. Miss. Heart of the Raven Prince by Tessonia Odette. Hit. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Miss. It Starts With Us, Colleen Hoover. Controversial miss. The Highland Fling, Megan Quinn. Hit. Co-op by Tara Jewett. Hit. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Hit. Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. miss. Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, hit. Ghosted by J.M. You can see it here. Hit, massive hit, love this book. The Bribe by Willa Nash, hit. Taylor Jenkins Reid, One True Loves, hit. Window Shopping, Tessa Bailey, miss. Baking Under the Mistletoe, hit. Cross Country Christmas, miss. Baggage Claim by Julia Smith, hit. The Mistletoe Motive, hit. And finally, we finished strong with Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, hit. So they are all my books that I read in 2022. I can't believe it. It was my best reading year yet. I'm so keen to bring you more of these videos. My next being a book mail, book haul. So if you're interested in that kind of content, stick around, like, subscribe. So let me know in the comments below if any of these books to you were also hits or misses. I can't believe I read that many books this year. And I'm excited for 2023 and many more videos. So if you liked it, stick around. So anyway, that was my first video. I'm so excited. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.